Hey guys, and welcome to How to Really Play Jazz Part 3, Grown Up Tempo. In this mini episode, my aim is to give you an operating system for tackling one of the most difficult challenges in jazz playing, which is slow swing. Slow swing is particularly difficult because of the space between the notes. It allows space for all of our cognitive biases, which cause time mistakes in other contexts to creep in. But it's also what I like to call a force multiplier, because if you get good at playing slow swing, the benefits will redound to lots of other areas of your playing. In this lesson, I'm going to give you 4 concepts that hopefully will change the way you play slow swing. Like a lot of my videos, this is insight-based, which means even though I'm going to give you some exercises, it's primarily anchored around hearing something in a way that you've never heard it before, gaining that insight so that you can see the way forward to now close the gap. That said, it will still take a few weeks or months to really work your way through the exercises and to reach kind of your apex with it. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Here's the hack, the principle that underlies this whole lesson. Turns out your body already knows how to play triplets slowly, accurately. It just knows how to do it when they're called quarter notes. Let me explain further. There is a context in which we execute triplets really precisely, but it's when we're playing a jazz waltz. In this lesson, we're going to use the jazz waltz to remind our muscle memory of the things that it can already do. But we're going to practice having our body play slow swing, but keeping our brain in the jazz waltz, and taking longer and longer periods of putting ourselves into the slow tempo entirely. Now let's get to our exercises. This is the first of the 4 micro concepts I'm going to outline. It simply involves playing a few bars in the jazz waltz, and then a few bars in the slow jazz tempo. You'll see me demonstrate here. First, I would do it with just the ride cymbal. When you switch to the slower tempo, try to keep your brain thinking the waltz. Next, you can do it with a simple idiom like an 8th note offbeat, which in the faster tempo will feel like a quarter note. Finally, you can do it with a triplet offbeat, which again in the faster tempo will feel like 2 quarter notes. And as kind of an extra credit thing, you can do this ride cymbal variation at the slower tempo, but try to keep your brain in the fast tempo. Okay, exercise number 2. In this exercise, we're going to take common slow swing idioms, like those from John Riley's book, The Art of Bop Drumming, and we're going to alternate playing those at the real tempo and then playing a waltz pattern over the top of them. You'll see what I mean in just a second. Here's the first example, 8th notes, which in the faster tempo will feel like quarters. If the coordination is difficult for you to play with the skip note, just play quarters on the right hand for now at the faster tempo. As with the first exercise, the second example I'm going to show is triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And finally, here's an Elvin Jones type idiom, which will sound good both at the slow and the quick tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want to hit pause here really quickly and speak just a little bit about how to really get value out of these exercises. If you're noticing that I'm keeping these exercises minimal, it's because I'm not out to create an exercise compendium for you guys. Something that's a well-known secret is that basically every player who got really good got good by teaching him or herself to improvise. So these exercises are not a book for you to work through and spend hours on. They are a basis upon which to base your personal improvisation. I want you to get the concept in your head and start improvising on your own as quickly as possible. Okay, mini exercise number 3. This is kind of a bonus extra credit one for you advanced guys. It turns out this process works in reverse too. If you take an idiom that sounds good in the jazz waltz, you can play it over the slow swing and it'll sound cool and angular like a Marcus Gilmore double time thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finally, example 4, and far and away the most important. This is going to be where you actually apply things over a tune and practice improvising with it. Choose any tune you're comfortable playing slowly. I like Panonica or Equinox, and simply play the jazz waltz over the top of that tune. You don't even need to think about playing the slow swing at this point. Believe it or not, this is really Thelonious Monk's Panonica. You could hum the tune over the top of what I'm playing, and it should come around right. After 4 bars, try playing the original tempo, but continuing to think the waltz. After 4 more bars, go back to playing the waltz. Remember, the harmonic rhythm of the tune doesn't change, only your subdivisions over the top of it. Continue to think the tune even as you change subdivisions. 4 more bars in, and back to feeling the slow tempo. You can continue trading fourths with yourself like this, going deeper into the slow tempo each time you hit it, until it feels completely comfortable. Eventually, by the end of the tune, you want to get to where you actually are moving into the slow tempo and thinking in the slow tempo. By which time, hopefully your muscles will have a more precise recollection of playing in time because you've been switching back and forth from the waltz. You can do this over the course of a few weeks, and if you hit it hard and you're really receptive, I think you'll see your slow jazz playing come up in a hurry. That's it for this lesson. There's at least a month's worth of material here to work through, and a lot more if you take it and run with it. I'll see you guys soon in another video. 80/20 Drummer,